Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 453. Here we are, the full release of 1.16.5. And we have sodium and that other one. I don't remember if I had phosphor on here. Anyways, sodium and one other. But anyways, we're back in the end because I made it. 139 levels and we have killed 23,621 Endermen. That's a lot of Endermen. Howdy and welcome back. So I'm gonna take this and using the mod that allows max level of 39, we're gonna spend 39 of our levels and plus soul speed. Alright, so let me go find the boat because now we're done here. We're gonna go find other stuff to do because I can't remember what I was planning yesterday. In fact, I don't think I had a plan for today. I just have to get through today because I've got preparations for what's coming up next. I'm hungry. Can I eat while rowing? I cannot eat while rowing. You sent me one video. I could build a giant block, but I don't plan on building a giant block. I also don't feel like digging a hole. Oh, you know what? I think what I could do is attempt to go tree chopping. We're also gonna see if whatever mods are currently in use, if they can prevent, hello, whatever mods in use, if they can prevent the crossing of the chunk border issue. We're gonna see just how well Minecraft performs now compared to vanilla. I don't know if I could tree chop enough wood to wrap up what I'm working on with Zelinaco. Plus, if I'm gonna have to spend wood building a giant log, that wood is better used elsewhere. Boop. And we're back. Why is smooth lighting on? Does this have its own video options? Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. Don't tell me smooth lighting is no longer optional. Oh, there it is. I was gonna have a very bad day if smooth lighting was forced on. Alright, we're good. Why are you currently fixated on me building giant blocks? If you like giant blocks so much, you always have the opportunity to do so. You could do it while listening to this stream in the background. Alright, so far things are not much better. Well, I'm testing that one particular chunk border. Right here. They fixed it, yay! I'm sad because we're going back to vanilla after this. Oh wait, hold on, don't tell me. Okay, that was just the one thing. Man, vanilla performance makes me sad. I've finally hit the part in Minecraft's history where you should not be playing vanilla. Oh well, such is how it goes. Alright, so what we're looking for is a place to put away all these eggs. It was... I did not participate. There was one. It was either Cha-Cha Slide or... Oh, what's that other one? There's two of them. And they have different moves, but like it's the same concept. Not the electric slide. I can't remember. Or either way, we're going to grab our stuff, because we're gonna chop down some of those dark oak trees. It's not Cotton Eye Joe. I'm mad, because it's gonna bother me. They played this all the time in high school. Because that was one of the... Those two songs were one of the few they would allow during the dances and whatnot. I'm gonna have to look it up, because now it's bothering me. Cupid Shuffle, there we go. I remembered. That's what I was thinking. Alright, so yeah, those were the two songs I remember hearing all the time during the high school dances and whatnot. Howdy to you, welcome to the stream. I think the Cupid Shuffle is the one that they had at the wedding. Why does that give you PTSD? You're at episode 29. You're making good progress if you're getting through the whole series. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. It was foretold yesterday with the amount of work you've done. You would be feeling it today. But you know, hold on, maybe I should be... Now we'll keep going forward. Decisions, decisions. Yes, 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 Gmail, I know I'm live. I should say yes to YouTube, because YouTube's the one that sends the notifications to my emails and stuff. And I don't remember if I turned Dungeons and Dragons on. Nope. Doo-doo-a-doop. One thing I'm really hoping, maybe not tomorrow, but hopefully later this week, I get to turn the nether fog off. Hooray. Are your legs always the most sore because you use them the most? Alright, where are we at? Still have a ways to go. Yeah, I currently plan on only using performance mods. After today, the next time will be 1.17.1. Unless somehow it works for 1.17. But I don't think there are any... There might have been fabric versions for 1.17, the pre-releases and release candidates. Otherwise, full versions. We're at 57. I remember 12 and a half years ago. I was playing Spore a lot. Oopsies. I was playing Spore a lot then because that was right before I got into Minecraft. Zoop. That was the first year, 2011 to 2012, New Year's. It was the first time that... Oh, hold on, that's what I needed. That's the first time that I decided to work on a different tactic for New Year's. So instead of staying up to midnight like all the regular folks, I decided to take a nap nice and early, go to bed, rest up, and then later wake up shortly before midnight, and then stay up the rest of the morning. Playing Spore was the first time I did that, and so that was December 2011, and so Minecraft 2012. Or I should say Minecraft was the game I played at 2012. And it's nighttime. Let's reset the weather timer. Minecraft was 2012, the year after. That was when I started getting into multiplayer, because I bought the official account shortly before, about a week before, right after Christmas. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. I wonder perhaps if I have the ability. I don't remember where I was going with that. Something with the terrain. Oh, I don't know if I'll have the ability to put a portal between this area and the next one, because I'm starting to realize it would be nice if I had a portal close to where the roofed forest was. Why does it give you so much anxiety? I can't see it being worse than the Cha-Cha slide. Casper Slide Part 2. Alright, we made it to the Disco Mountains. I wonder if I'll be able to go through. I didn't hear that song as often, partially because I was in high school before your time. I see weird water rendering. Alright, we gotta go left. I wonder if fish are able... Well, no, if you don't break boats anymore under normal circumstances, then I guess even if a fish does hit you in the boat, you'd be fine. But yeah, I'm trying to go through, but I don't think there are any ways. I'd have to find a river. I haven't memorized the terrain and stuff. We just have to get to the opposite side of the Disco Mountains. I wonder if I happen to pass by my outpost, the outpost I have over here. Wonder if I have anything that would allow me to get obsidian. I wonder if I should just construct the portals now. I don't know how easy it'll be to get to within the Nether though. There's cobblestone down there. Wonder how that happened. Don't think it would have been me. Hello, hello. They're falling, or they're rising up out of the sea. That was a sight to behold. Sentenced to 30 years in prison. Dare I ask what the charges were? Oh, hey, there's my outpost. Hold on, we're gonna pass by real fast. I haven't been here in a while. And zoop. I'll take that. Good job, me. Leaving some water. Murdered his cousin. Sad times. I remember this pool. This was before waterlogging, otherwise I would have put stairs. I don't even know why I built a pool. This is a nice place. I like the design of it. The glass seems a little off, though. Maybe I should have bumped it up a block. Pretty sure I decided back and forth whether or not I should have the glass be up or down. Alright, we have a lot of dark oak. We're gonna take some of this dark oak. I knew it. I remember. I left dark oak all over the place in the past. That one's spruce. I remember leaving dark oak all over the place, and it turns out, huzzah. Oh wait, there's more. Oh, hold on. I don't have an ender chest in here. Maybe I should go get obsidian. I remember I used to keep the bed there, but I guess I never added an ender chest. Decisions, because I don't know how easy it would be to get blaze stuff, because I have the ender pearls here. I'm thinking, I don't even know where there are good caves. Can't remember if there are any good caves down here. Did I ever make a strip mine? I'm trying to remember, because this was at the beginning of part 4. Because I started part 4 on 13W36A, loaded up all this terrain here. I guess I don't even need to go far down into the caves, I just need a lava pit. Well, I found something to do. Hooray. Let's just see how long it takes. I left that iron, wonder why. I feel like there were surface lava lakes, and I covered them with stone. Because they were hazards. They're not a hazard anymore. But I'm pretty sure, like, you see how all of this is just smooth stone and all flat? I feel like I would have buried something there. Maybe I just did some compulsive terrain smoothing on this stone here. Man, I don't remember where I went mining in this area. There's a cave. Hold on, it has light in it. Torches! There we go. This looks decent. Oh, is that a lava pit? I think so. Cool. Thank you, me of the past, for not getting rid of it. Yeah, I got plenty of torches. I can do some exploring while I'm here. Maybe I can check on the surface where this ravine is. Oh, it's under sand. I don't currently have plans for what's gonna become over here. I'm looking for obsidian. That plane is loud. I'm looking for obsidian. Well, I guess lava, and I have the water bucket to make obsidian to create an ender chest here at the outpost. And I also want to construct a nether portal where the dark oak forest is. Alright, so now this is the part where we're under the water. Hello! Under the sea, says that one Jamaican crab. Sebastian, that's his name. Pineapple, I feel a sneeze coming. It's kind of funny, I found the lava pit I was looking for and proceed to go somewhere else in the cave. Maybe I'll be lucky and we'll get low enough and I could find redstone. This would be a cool place to keep mining in. We get to... Oh wait, no, this is 1.7. We have to deal with 1.7 caves. Never mind. Just kidding. This would not be the opportune area to go cave mining for redstone, since cave density was reduced in 1.7. Unless the cave density was not reduced in 13W36A. This was the first 1.7 snapshot, so there's a possibility the caves were still untouched, and they only worked on surface generation. I wonder. Okay, so there's not a cave there. That's just where it stopped. I still think all this floating water is kind of cool. I'm just going to be really sad if one day there were ever a block update. Alright, well, let's go back to where we were. Which I don't entirely remember. I guess I'll follow the torches. The urge to keep going. I guess if I don't have anything better planned in, it should not take too long to chop down trees. Surely this will be alright. And boop. I think there was a bat that just flew into the lava there. And you just walked into it. Oh, chunk not rendering. Oh, it's turning nighttime. Do I have my bed on me? Alright, so if I'm facing west, that means the moon rises in the east. Let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Badlands. Wooded Badlands Plateau. I thought I changed the name. Maybe it's not read from the text file yet, because I have the 1.17 language file. Maybe it's not here in 1.16. The biome names, I should say. I don't think I'll get lost in these caves. Famous last words. Hey, red dust. I need that, because I keep spending it. Alright, well, let me just pour all that out real fast. Time to get the goods. Pour all that out as well, and I don't need the bed on me. Or I should say I don't need the bed in my hotbar. Alright, well, I guess we'll go mining here. Oh, that's so fast. Compared to the old 14-second obsidian mining speed. Never fun. I think in vanilla, if you use a regular diamond pickaxe, it's 10 seconds nowadays. I think the lowest it has ever been was 4 seconds back during the early versions. I don't remember when. I remember it being 4 seconds at one point, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, and 14 seconds. Alright, let me just make sure this is safe. I was not. Uh-oh, that's not safe. Oh wait, how many am I getting? I need 8 for an ender chest, 10 for one portal, 10 for another portal. 28. Maybe I should keep track. I'm gonna build one portal in the overworld, build another portal in the nether at the correct coordinates, and then the ender chest will just be for whenever. Oh, that's nice. Every single block here. All 28. Perfect. Alright, let's keep going then. I don't plan on picking up a stack of obsidian. I don't need that much. I see you, green bean. I'm way over here. Why did you go boom? I don't know. I thought they were supposed to improve that. The distance of which green beans would go boom. Alright, let me just toss all this real fast. I can combine these. With the amount of obsidian I have at home, I don't need to mine any extra obsidian here. Think this is gonna go back down. I have my doubts. Hello. You know what, maybe I should get rid of this first. Before going back down. Because at this point now I am indeed looking for... Oop. Now I am indeed looking for more red dust. Red dust not up there. There's another lava pit. That will put me close. Oops, I didn't realize I already picked up a stack of this. I only put away the other stuff. I'll probably end up going until I run out of torches. Thankfully, I might pick up more coal. Oh, hello. Because if I pick up coal, then I can make more torches by the time I get back to the outpost. I'll take that. I think now we're all good. I don't know what I'll use this redstone for, but with how little I have, I don't know how inaccessible it is based upon my own limitations. I want to pick all of it up while I can. We'll see how things go whenever I get to 1.18. For all I know, in a few years from now, I'm going to decide, you know, I think I'm going to move out from my main area. And so upgrade the nether path. You're saying a path within the nether as opposed to on it, because I do kind of need that. Deep Dark is 1.19. If that was a comment based upon me moving out in 1.18. The bridge I made to find the way to the warped forest. I made a bridge? I didn't know I made a bridge. I thought I just ender pearled everywhere. I know this just happened here in 1.16. I don't remember what bridge. Maybe I did do some bridging. I just remember doing a lot of ender pearls. I would have bridged the first time because I know on the second trip I used a lot of ender pearls just because I didn't want to do any more bridges. Paul, you're not going to see me in 1.19 for a while. Long time from now. There's a lot of stuff I have planned. Part of that is because 1.19 feels so recent, even though it's been 3 years. Because I believe that was 2022. Got dark with the lava gone. Alright, let's go try to find an exit. Hello, baby Zomble. 1.19 was a moderate-sized update, it feels like. Because other than the deep dark, it added the mangrove swamps, right? This is a ravine. The mangrove swamps along with the frogs. And I can't remember anything else. Deep dark, mangrove, frogs, frog lights. No fireflies. We got the firefly bushes at a much later time though. Such a shame because I really like the look of the demonstration for the fireflies. And I'm also sad that they showed, well, this was kind of our fault for misinterpreting, but the whole brand new birch forest concept art. It'd be really cool with, or I should say it would be cool if after all of that, Mojang decided, well, I guess we'll start deciding something for the birch forest. But hey, at least we got fallen over leaves, or fallen over trees. Those came from bedrock. Here's another ravine. There are a lot of mushies around here. I'll take those, thank you. Don't know what I'll need them for, but I'll take them anyway. When I hit half a stack of torches, I'll need to start working on a way out of here. Three lava spouts all right next to each other. Did I get rid of it? Yep. I couldn't see where the block was placed, so I was hoping it was within the slot of that water, or the slot of the lava. I see you. Oh man, and here comes my half a stack. Alright, final exploration. We'll see the low point of here. Worth it. Look at all this red dust. Cool, cool. I think that'll mark the end of the adventure though. Now I'll need to start focusing on going up. I'll take all of this, thank you very much. Alright, let's start finding the exit. I guess if the exit's always up, maybe we'll go up. I have no idea where I'm gonna pop out at. Oopsies, that's not what I wanted to do. We're still underneath the Disco Mountains. So there's always the possibility we're gonna pop out into an air pocket, assuming we don't pop out into one of the midsections where there's no hardened clay. Let's see if there's anywhere that this goes up. Ravines are great for vertical travel underground because they're so tall. Are you a frequent Reddit user? I feel like we talked about this before. I can't remember. I hop on there every once in a while. The most time that I spend on Reddit is if I'm looking up something, trying to find more information, and I go to the comments on posts because they're relevant to whatever I'm trying to find out. Alright, what are we at? 32. We need to go higher. Opposite of the Minecraft achievement, we need to go deeper. 45, we're getting there. There's water. Does this lead to the surface? Well, there is surface access up there. Cool, cool, that's what I'm looking for. I see a spider. In fact, I also see the Zalamoon. Zalamoon has risen. We're gonna sleep this way. Catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Too busy listening to music. Are you one of those people who just listens to music and contemplates life, or were you doing something while listening to music? Should say one of these people, because every once in a while I give a nice good listen to some music on my home theater system. Uh-oh. Green bean alert. It's like a whole little ecosystem down here. See, isn't this such a cool place other than ignore the bad water rendering? How to buzz. It's not something on the Court of Dis. I keep getting these notifications from Twitter saying, hey, someone added you to a conversation. I don't know why I started getting notifications for that. Alright, if he can go, so can I. Oop. Okay, maybe not. I didn't block update the water, right? Alright, cool. Just making sure I didn't accidentally cause a flood down here. Why would I do a Q&A? People ask me questions regularly on stream, and I tend to answer. Unless I don't appreciate the question. Aha! The exit. I done goofed. I have 7 torches. Y'all know me in odd numbers. Well, that's okay, because there's still a lot of this place I haven't lit up yet. Boop. What makes man mad enough to walk many, many millions of blocks in beta Minecraft? The feeling of accomplishment. And howdy, welcome back. Alright, so let me take everything else that's not the wood. So all the items go in here. Not the red dust, we're taking the red dust with us. All of this. So then the blocks go in there. Not this wood, we're keeping the wood. Keeping the dust. The obsidian, let me try to find... maybe I'll just take one of these now. I'll bring back the extra blaze powder. Road work ahead. Well, yeah, I sure hope it does. I hope that's what the reference was. I'll be sad if people don't understand. Because it just sounds dumb. I have a stack of acacia logs, so I should take that with me. I don't know when I'll use it, but I'll take it. So we're gonna have to go to the nether anyway, because I'll need to construct a portal on both sides. Hooray, 2 of my viewers understand it. Finally, people from my generation. Should say my internet generation. Alright, while we're here, we're going to create a lot more torches. Oh, I left shears here? Maybe I should take this back with me. I could probably combine it with the shears I had at home. In fact, how about I take these minecarts with chests as well? I have the storage space at the present. I'll leave the iron pickaxe. That's for future me. Alright, what else? I don't really need the iron. I think we'll be all set. How did I end up with so many leaves? Why do I have all these dark oak and acacia leaves? Maybe I was using it for the block museum. I guess I could take back the complete stacks. That is so weird. Why is the collision slightly off? Because you see I'm standing on the block here. Open it. Oh wait, it's not off. It's because I reached the ceiling. Okay, so everything's working as normally. I understand now. Alright, so... Decisions, because I can go forward. Fuck, I think that is what I'll do. I think I'll keep the water bucket on me as well for now. No, I should leave it since I won't be using it. So the current plan is we're gonna set up one portal where we're tree chopping. You know what? If I'm gonna do this, maybe I will grab cobblestone, because I'll use cobblestone to make bridges in the nether. Let's just set all that up. So that means toss all that. Alright, so this shulker box we're going to leave here. This is the shulker box we're going to fill up with wooden saplings. So this way we go, I think. Correct. Hopefully it's not too far of a travel trying to find where the goods are. We just need to get to the previously generated dark oak forest. I think we've traveled most of the distance. I should say travel most of the distance compared to where we started. In fact, I think that might be it right there. I originally attempted to create the outpost around the middle of the Disco Mountains, and then I think I did it wrong. But that's okay. Question is, what types of trees are these? Because I'm pretty sure this is spruce wood. And I was correct. So this is why I have a bunch of spruce wood. Now I know where it came from. For some reason, I was thinking these were made out of oak. Because the acacia trees were made out of jungle. And I was thinking these were made out of oak, but they were made out of dark oak. One thing's for sure, this feels a lot nicer compared to when I was first in this area trying to clear it out. And I'll probably let the little birch trees live. I wonder, did I not fix the top? Okay, I did fix the top texture. It just looked darker in here, and it's probably because of the shadows and stuff. Already passed a stack. This is gonna be great. If I'm lucky, this goes by quickly. I don't know yet where exactly I'll build the portal, but we're gonna get there when we do. I'll also let the birch trees live, because otherwise those birch trees are going to take up more slots with their saplings and their wood. So, birch gets to survive. Sun's going down already. How long has it been? It's already been 45 minutes. Time goes zoom. I didn't realize I spent maybe 5 minutes trying to get here. Plus another 40. I guess I had to leave the end first. Leave the end and go home. Do I chop down the oak trees? I see a green bean in there. I see 2 green beans. Because I could just go after every tree in here. But I'd rather keep track of specific wood types only. Maximize stack sizes. Because if I had spruce, oak, and birch, then that would mean I'd be getting another few types of saplings. I guess the oak saplings would all be combined because it's a spruce tree, but it has oak leaves. That's kind of funny. Which almost makes me wonder if they initially would have tried using spruce leaves. I wonder what it would look like seeing a dark oak tree, but made out of spruce leaves. Which almost makes me wonder why they didn't make darker leaves. The dark oak leaf texture should be the same as oak. Spruce has always been darker. No, thank you. I don't have the dirt to fix any terrain. The sand off in the distance where I came from was next to the Disco Mountains. The Disco Mountains without the clay. What a sight to behold, for those unaware of that old bug. There are people doing yard work. Maybe they're doing more tree trimming. I was saying yesterday that lately there have been a lot of tree trimming projects going on over here. Well, you know what I realized? Maybe I do need to chop down the oak trees. It occurred to me, I still have to finish another shelf. The shelf has to be made out of oak wood. Oops. Well, I guess might as well just chop down all the trees here. Oh well. I also know that apples will only fall from the oak leaves, so I won't be worrying too much about those. It would be so weird if folks come over here in the future, once the world's available for download, and they see the trees gone, but the terrain still has all of the dark oak coloring in the grass if they had the resource pack disabled. Oh, I didn't realize I was getting so hungry. Spend that saturation, heal on up. I'm running low on inventory space. That's okay, because I still have plenty more that I can spend from the shulker boxes. That's why I brought both of them with me. I was prepared to do a lot of wood collection. There we go. Maybe it was better just to chop down every tree, because now I also don't need to worry about the leaves sticking around. Because if I left the oak, the individual oak and birch trees, the leaves from these dark oak would have stuck around. Not particularly a look I'm fond of. I wonder if I hit this button, what are we currently at? No, I didn't realize that there have already hit 5 people on the list. 4 of which are at 75 XP. I wonder how it decides, because I've seen the XP only increment in multiples of 25. I still don't even know how this XP system works. Alright. Let's grab... I guess if I have a bunch of wood in here already, maybe I should have filled this one up. Because there's the dark oak and the acacia. How would I start by tossing spruce? That way the spruce wood's gonna fill up the entirety of the bottom row. Alright, how are we looking? Feels like I've already chopped down so many, but I think that's just because of how dense these trees are. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to collect my wood from here. This gives me plenty of wood. And thankfully I don't need to worry about collecting all the dark oak stuff. If I want real dark oak trees, I'd have to keep going farther. Farther to the south. Because I have a moderate amount of these old dark oak trees. I almost think chopping down dark oak trees are nicer than jungle trees because they're shorter and you don't have to deal with all the vines. So if you just need any type of wood, like me for the chests, it seems better. I wonder if it's not a chunk border? It's not a chunk border. It just feels like the sand had some weird generation. I wonder how easy it would be to recreate one of these dark oak trees if you were building one from scratch. There's one thing I know in terms of the roots that generate, at least normally the roots, I'm not currently seeing any. Unless that's what these are supposed to be. I don't know. Well, either way. The roots, when you generate Dark Oak Tree in a smaller space, I know those end up being random. At least there is a certain amount of randomness. Unless it's procedural. Maybe it's only procedural for generation and not for growing. I don't know the math that goes behind it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one, which will hopefully clear up all the leaves above me. I feel Steve's coming. Pineapple, 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 pineapple on pizza. Peekaboo pineapple. Rest in peace, Peekaboo Pixel. You are still missed. I didn't really know what else to do for a monument to Peekaboo Pixel. He's kind of just... He's got the little wood indentation with all the water. I didn't know what else to build for him, though. Sad times, though, because I knew he wasn't going to stick around forever. But he was there for a while. All the way into InfDev. From Classic to InfDev, Peekaboo Pixel was around. I'm pretty sure I put Peekaboo Pixel on my iceberg. The Zelanator iceberg that I want to say I set back to... Not public, it was, I think global. Because there's a website change a while back. There used to be 2 visibility types, I think. There was private and public. And so, if it was private, then only you'd be able to see it. Or only certain people would get to see it. If it was public, anyone with the link could visit, whether or not they had an account. And then, that changed as the website went anti-AI scraping. So, another option was introduced. There was... I should say the new option was only available to people with accounts could view it. Anyone who was a registered user on the website would be able to view the iceberg. And that became the default. And so I left it at that for a while. And then I want to say I changed it back to fully global. Anyone with access to the link can view it. And I think anyone who searched it up online is also able to view it. Searched it up on the website, I should say. Anyways, I haven't been in there for a while. One of these days, perhaps I'll go back and fix everything. See what needs updating. I'm really sad, though, that I was a little late to the party because there used to be a way that you could set your own custom images on the sidebar, and then that was removed because people ruined it. They're putting not good pictures there. Sad times. I came up with a picture for each of the iceberg levels, an image for each tier. It would have been great, and then I became sad that that was no longer an option. Alright, complete stack, complete stack, complete stack. Maybe I should just toss all of this. I'll sort it out later. Keep that, keep that. Oh, that's another complete stack. So much for sorting it out later. I just like my inventory organized. Speaking of complete stack, that's a complete stack of sticks. I was watching that. It was at 63. And then I picked up 10 more. One day far in the future, one day I hope to take advantage of that game rule that allows for inventory stacks to go back up to, it was either 99 or 100. I can't remember. I want to say it was 100. The maximum stack size. Or maybe it was a maximum of 127 and I wanted to set it to 100. Because back in InDev, there's a short period where stacks could go up to 100. But in Survival Test and earlier in InDev, it was 99. Oh well. We'll get there when we do. That'd be so nice for my Enderman farm, though, because that way I can condense all those chests of Ender Pearls. Those can be condensed down greatly, because Ender Pearl max stack size is only 16. That's rather small, especially since they added the Ender Pearl cooldown in 1.9. Because I can understand if you were unable, or if they wanted to prevent Ender Pearl spamming back before when you just throw all of them. And so that's my hypothesis for why Ender Pearl size, and just Ender Pearl stack size was only 16. And then, well, it used to be 64 originally, but that's back when they were useless. And so when Ender Pearls had a use, it was only 16. But anyways, I feel like with the cooldown implemented in 1.9, there's not really a reason to have Ender Pearls only go up to 16 anymore. I will say though, it would continue to be consistent with the other throwables, so that could be part of it, because snowballs only go up to 16, eggs only go up to 16. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. If there's a cooldown added to snowballs and eggs, it'd be nice if those could stack up to 64 as well. I don't know if I'll get that luxury. All we do is sit and wait in the future, because I don't remember how the game rule for the stack size worked. If it applies it across the board, or if there are still only, or if it's like a per item basis, or if it's per category. I feel like those are the only two stack sizes though. I'm pretty sure there's the full stack of 64, and then there's a stack of 16. There are also other items that only go up to 1. Stuff like buckets, minecarts, boats, tools, beds. I was always confused as to why beds never stacked though. I don't know. That one never made sense to me, unless they stack nowadays, and I missed that change. But I'm pretty sure beds don't stack. Doors didn't stack for a while. And then Notch said, nope, just kidding, this was after Notch's time, because this was 2015 when they implemented the change. No, 1.8, 2014, sorry. I keep thinking 1.8 was 2015. But what happened is 1.7 was released in October of 2014, and then 1.8 was released in, I think, September. Sorry, 1.7 was October 2013. 1.8 was September 2014. But we didn't get 1.9 until 2016, which is why I always associate 2015 with 1.8. yawn I say, as if it's been a long day. Not particularly, I didn't do much this morning. I have a video coming out soon, meaning tomorrow, which means I'm gonna have to do all of that today. Oh, booey. I have to do all of that today because I have a lot of setup I had to do, but the actual recording and editing, hopefully there won't be much editing, but the recording portion at least could take a bit. That's gonna have to be later. Alright, I think we're gonna look around here. I'm trying to cut this off, maybe right here. So what that means is everything to my left, where I'm currently looking at, everything to my left, all of that can be removed in one sitting. And thankfully, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run out of inventory space before I run out of time. It's kind of what I was hoping for, because that means I'll have enough time to spend in the nether working on all the portal stuff. Let's set all this down. I still don't know where the portal on this side is going to be set up. I'm kind of thinking the mountain right up there, but I also might want to do it closer to where the dark oak trees are, so I'd have to keep going south for that. I'm currently facing north, south of that way. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Alright, with that one full, let me go around and pick up other stuff. Alright, complete stack, complete. That one was also complete. I'll hold on to that real fast. Okay, so all of those are spruce. I really did not end up picking up that much birch. Move that, because we're for sure gonna fill up there. Alright, there we go. Much better. It says there's more stuff on the ground for me to pick up. Oi. Oh, this is great. It feels so much more open now. Oops, there are saplings up there I should pick up. But first, let me face the Zelamoon. Coincidence turned intentional. I don't remember. It just sort of happened that I would sleep facing the Zelamoon as it rises. And then eventually I decided I should always face that way in this world. Alright, let me pick up all the goods. A lot of saplings around here. Perhaps even... Oh! Look at all this stuff on the ground. Alright, well that's not what I was initially looking for. I was looking for this area. Oops. Anything else? I think I might have already picked up everything from that side. So hopefully, as I cut this area off, I'll be able to slide over here. I have to go all the way to this area. It's possible, I just don't know if I'm going to run out of time during this period. We shall see, we shall see. And I have to prepare for tomorrow's stream. Oop, that was in relation to the stuff I have to do today. Today is gonna be super busy. I came to that realization earlier. I have to make sure I know what I'm doing with this world. Also need to make sure I know what I'm doing with another world. Zalamun Awakens sounds like a parody of the series on YouTube that's been really popular. Don't particularly know why, but there's a series on YouTube. It started, well, I should say, as sort of a prelude. There have been videos by this animation channel about cosmic horror events and stuff that seem terrifying on such a large scale, out in space and whatnot. And then one particular video, not super special compared to a lot of the other videos he's worked on, but one particular video called "The Moon Wakes Up." And that video totally skyrocketed in popularity. And so what happened? Now it's currently a 5-part miniseries. So you have The Moon Woke Up Part 2, 3, and 4, and 5. That just came out not too long ago. Rather interesting story, I say. We shall see, because the first one, you could totally tell, that first one was just supposed to be its own little thing. But then, with the second one and after, you could tell that it was the story and the plan and all that was intentional. The story going forward. Keep tossing that. Oop. I don't know if I lost the sticks or if the stacks shrunk down into one. Oop, beep beep. Looks like Oak Tree's gonna have to go. It just felt like the tree was in the way for where I was working. Even though I've indeed chopped down multiple oak trees while over here. And hello. No green bean for me, please. Alright, we're getting close to your wood up here. Close to the inventory filling up. Although, I don't know I should say, I don't remember exactly how many incomplete stacks are currently within the shulker box. We're getting there, it would appear. Alright, let me just place this down real fast. See exactly what we are looking at. As I wait around here, since there's a lot of leaves that I'm waiting to decay. Alright, that one was now complete. I was right about the saplings. Oops, sticks are now full. So we're going to focus on the tree stuff up there. What'll probably end up happening, perhaps I should keep the birch on me. Focus on oak and spruce. Alright, now we looking. We're slowly getting there with the leaves that are decaying. I guess I'll just keep moving forward with the chopping. And this was either a tree, or I was walking in this area, and a couple of green beans went boom. Oh, we're good. Famous last words. I'm still trying to keep an eye out, but it seems like the farther I go, the less green beans I've been seeing around. Because I know there are a few when I first made it to this area, and then since then, they've kind of wandered away. Oh yeah, what's the current biome name? Dark forest. Pretty sure this used to be called a roofed forest. I also thought it was once called a dark oak forest. Of course, I still call it an acacia biome, even though it's a savanna. That's kind of my fault, though. Well, you got the jungle biome, and it's made out of jungle, or it has jungle trees. You got the birch forest, and it has birch trees. Would not a dark oak forest have dark oak? The savanna is not really a forest, though. The trees are too sparse. I think the sun's going down. I really did not expect to spend all this time tree chopping. I don't remember if I made it clear, but the reason why I'm collecting all this wood, not only do I need to finish the oak shelves, but I need the wood for the chests in the Zelenate Co. Really hoping I can get to that today, but with the time required for portals, we're going to be cutting it close. Thankfully, this ended up being less boring than going mining, digging that hole that I'll need to keep digging. Now that I made it to 139 and I put the enchantments on my boots, I'll probably spend my free time on here, back to that hole. However, not today, probably not even this week, because I have other stuff I need to do, but I really want that hole completed by the time part 4 is done. The only problem is, it's a 2x2 chunk area. For the people who've dug out a chunk, you'd probably know, that can take a while. For the people who've dug out multiple chunks, you probably know, that can take a while as well. That takes even longer. Anyway, point being, it's gonna require a lot of time. And the reason why I want to do it, or I should say the reason why I want to do it first is because I have a plan for what I want to put in that hole. Because I have all the requirements to build, I just don't have the hole itself. Oh, and the textures. Those need to be done soon as well. Oi! I have several things I need to work on before part 4 is over. I'm also trying to remember what exactly I did within the last month before I put UMP Part 3 officially up for download, because I have about a month's worth of a month between the last modified dates on there, and I can't remember what I did. Okay, how about I move everything that's not oak? Decisions, as I try to sort my inventory. I don't know how much more spruce I'll be picking up. Of course, it won't matter if I end up just sorting this out anyway. I was really hoping I would be able to finish this area, but that might not be the case after all. At least now I know for next time, although I don't know when I'm going to be back here. This has not been the most exciting activity, doing all this tree chopping. I wonder if I should... Maybe once my inventory fills up, that's when I'll go for only complete stacks within the shulker box. And then I'll just hold on to everything else that comes after that. That might be a way to sort it out properly. That way, I won't have to deal with any more stacks that need to be combined. I'm currently trying to maximize the dark oak acquisition though. There we go. Clean inventory is a happy inventory. Keep your inventories organized, kids. Moral of the story. Oop, I think we're getting close to being done at least. This will give us just enough time. We'll see how much we have left over after I deal with the portal shenanigans. Thankfully, this is where the far portal is, because when I place the portal within the nether, it's going to be much shorter of a distance. Alright, I think we'll... You know what, no, we'll keep going. Unless it'd be smarter to just pick up whatever's on the ground now. Because all the sticks and all the saplings... Oh, hello! You seeing what I'm seeing? We've got company, they say in the movies. Hello there! I will take that banner, because I use it as a trophy, or whatever. Alright, how are we looking? We're slowly getting there. Yeah, I don't believe I'll be able to chop down all these, though. Let me just pick this up real fast. Alright. So that's all close enough to being complete stacks. So there we go. So that's now full. Which means all that's left is to fill up my inventory with what I can. And we're also gonna hope, once we're in the nether, we find at least one blaze. I need one blaze rod, because I need to make the ender chest before we leave. I'll be very sad if I don't. I don't know though, however. Well, I guess if this is 1.7, that's not true because I really didn't need load up all the nether terrain early on, which means this may be 1.7, but I would not have 1.7 nether in this equivalent area. Oi! That's what happens when you walk in a straight line for 12.5 million blocks. Oh well. It's over. Alright, I could probably do only a few more trees, which means I won't be able to finish off this area as I was hoping. But we are going to be close to being done. I'll need to make sure that when I set down the portal here in the overworld, I write down the coordinates and then do the math. Divide by 8 to figure out where I'm supposed to build the portal in the nether. That'll be the last thing to do before I leave this area. I'll need to make sure that I know where it's supposed to be. I want to guarantee that the two portals link up correctly as I want them to. I guess these trees have been a little short. We're going to keep going. Just a little bit more. A bit more, I say. We also have over half an hour left of the day. And we're right at the end of this. So hopefully this will allow us to wrap up here with tree chopping very soon, with enough time left to do everything else I've planned, because I need to be totally ready for what comes next, because it seems like I have preparation to do before the morrow is upon us. That's one of the reasons why I was originally going to do a few extra 1.16.5 days. Well, then what ended up happening is that didn't work out how I wanted with the real world time schedule, because it turns out at some point I lost or I miscounted a whole extra week. I thought I was going to have a whole other week of break. Turns out I only have about 2 days. Oops. I don't know where all that happened. So I need to make sure that everything is all set. So instead of having a whole extra, I think 3 days in 1.16.5, we're just gonna update quickly. Oops. Alright, last tree. Because I'm pretty sure whatever dark oak tree I chop down next, I'm gonna run out of slots. Alright, let me catch some Z's as the Zella Moon rises. Reset the weather timer. And then we'll place down the obsidian for the next portal. I probably should have done this before, but that's alright. If I really need to, I can also use this ender pearl, because I know I have more ender pearls back. Because I realized I didn't need to bring it with me right now, because what'll happen is I'm gonna have to go back to the outpost anyway. So we will place this down off in this area. I don't know exactly how far away this is from the outpost, or I should say I don't know how far away this is from the next portal. Well, this will get us far enough that it should not be a problem. I'm also currently on the lookout for the dark oak trees. It's kind of funny that the side texture of logs for spruce compared to dark oak. For dark oak being dark oak, the texture is a lighter hue than the spruce. Kind of funny. The spruce is darker than dark oak. Well, anyways, we'll put the portal... Maybe I'll put it right there. And I realized I don't currently have the cobblestone. I guess I won't need cobblestone if I just place it in dirt. Alright, excuse me. It's going to be a little off-center, but that's okay. Going for a minimalist portal this time. Throw that on the ground as I... Well, I guess I won't need to if I just do something like that, and then maybe... Boop, boop. Alright, excuse me, Cal, I'm doing stuff here. Alright, so let me write down... That's not the search bar. That's not the correct search bar I'm looking for. I'm trying to open Notepad because I want to write this down now. So negative 1010, 79, 57,856. Alright, so then I whip out my calculator and divide the x and z by 8. So that by 8 we're looking at, I'm going to round down to 126, 79. And then 57856 divided by 8, 7232. Alright, so those are the coordinates we need. I know where I'm supposed to be now when I place down the portal in the nether. Boop. So we're not going to go through here because I don't want it generating a portal. I want to access the portal from the other side. Because I don't want this one accidentally linking up with another nether portal I already have established in the nether. So I'm going to be smart about this. And also whip out this ender pearl as we use it to get very quickly back to where I want to be. By doing a huzzah! That did not very quickly get me back to where I want to be, but that did save me the challenge of trying to go around here. That's where I'm trying to be. And that at least freed up a slot. I probably should have climbed that mountain first, and then threw the pearl, but oh well. So many chickens, I keep picking up eggs. Alright, how are we looking on the leaf decay? That's the reason why I wanted to do the portal first, to give this more time. Does not look like much special. Alright, well I guess we can head back then. Yeah, everything else here would have decayed already. Man, to think that there are trees from there all along this grassy area, all the way past that mushroom. Alright, well, anyways, now we can head back. Boop. Alright, we're looking for the outpost. I don't think it was too far, because it was rather fast trying to get here to begin with. I see a dolphin, except you're not a penguin, you're not giving my boat a speed boost. Everyone who voted for the penguin got a little sad. I did not vote for the penguin. I don't know how many people voted for the penguin. Truth be told, there were a lot of people who wanted the crab. But alas, I win. I got the armadillo as I wanted. Alright, boop. At the current rate, we will get the penguin eventually. Because if Mojang is indeed going through their backlog. Hooray! I think this is indeed a wise decision. Alright, so the stuff I can leave behind. Let me grab the saplings. We're gonna leave behind all these saplings because I really don't want to take them with me. And the apples and the eggs. We're also gonna take most of the sticks though. Spruce, spruce, spruce. There's another complete stack of oak. Alright, cool, that's now full. I guess I'll leave behind the 3 spruce logs. Alright, there we go. That freed up a lot of inventory space. Let me grab another ender pearl. In fact, I'll take 3 ender pearls. Because I really only need 1. The other 2 are just to have. Alright, slide that up. So now we're going to have to boat back to the portal at the swamp. And then travel in the nether, getting to the coordinates I wrote down for... Let me straighten that out. Get to the coordinates that I wrote down in the overworld, but they're nether equivalent. Oh, but then I'll also need to come back here because I still need to make that ender chest. We'll see. I'll keep the pearls on me in the event that I get the opportunity to make an ender chest, but who knows. For now, I guess we just boat this way. And then that'll be that. I'll probably have enough time to head home after this. Depends on how long it's going to take to place down the portal. I also don't know how I intend to use the portal without an easy pathway, but that's where the cobblestone comes in. This will be much nicer than needing to deal with a portal elsewhere. In fact, I almost wonder if I'll be able to make a pathway between the portal I'm about to build and the portals beyond it. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. I don't remember where exactly on the x-axis I need to be, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere between, I think, like negative 1200 and negative 1500. I don't remember. Well, we're gonna get there when we do. Hopefully it's not too far away. I at least know what sort of land features I'm looking for. Sun's also going down. When we get back to the swamp, it'll be time to catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. Maybe I need to keep going more this way. Look at this 1.7 ocean. All that gravel. Oh, I am going in the correct path because that's the land that's just off to the side of the swamp. We should start seeing the trees soon. I think that's the portal. That's not the portal, that's just a pillar. I don't know what that pillar's for. Wonder if I went caving there. There's the portal. Alright, see you later, son. This wasn't too bad of a journey. I feel like the distance within the Nether shouldn't be so bad. Okay, now it sounds like just straight up someone working on bricks, maybe. I don't know what the neighbors are up to. I also don't know when they changed it, so that way you can stand on things again. Look, there's more dark oak. See, I'm telling you, I left dark oak wood all over the place when I was working on making those skylights at the very beginning of 1.8 before they fixed the bug. Before they fixed the bug of dark oak trees with their roots. But anyways, let's go, says Mario. Alright, we're gonna stand off to the side real fast. So I need to go to 126. So that's off this way, and then 7232. So about 300 blocks forward. Let me grab, while I'm here, I think it was this one. Yeah, we're gonna grab all this cobblestone. Do I have an easy way down there? Not particularly. I guess I'll just try to make it there first. Thankfully, this is made out of cobblestone, which means if there's a ghast that shows up, he's not going to destroy my bridge. I did briefly consider bringing a stack of netherrack that was found at the outpost. But then I thought, nah, if I want netherrack, I could always pick up more. Oh, I guess this is 1.5 plus nether because I see the nether quartz down there. That's a buzz. Is that important? I can't check it. Both my hands are in use. This right here, this bridge is important. I say as I run out because 3 stacks only give me about 192 blocks worth of travel distance, even though I need to go about 500 blocks. Oh, I was tricked. Almost made it. Oh, sorry, cobblestone. I might just have to leave it. Yeah, 126. I have to keep going. Oh boy. Alright, well, while I'm here, let me see. Nope. Alright, so I'm looking for... off in this direction. I'm starting to be concerned in terms of where I want to build the portal. Just might be over a lava lake. Might be in the middle of nowhere special. And I'm kind of tempted just to bridge between here. I'm pretty sure I can go around. I don't know if that's the wise thing to do. Oh, that's right. I've got soul speed now. Yay. Alright, let's not soul speed off of here, though. I also didn't realize until I was looking at the wiki, but soul speed uses more durability. I didn't know that. Makes sense, though. Balancing thing. I'm not too concerned with that, though, because I have all of this. I have my titanium armor. The plan for 1.17 will be revealed when 1.17 comes here. Okay, this ended up being a much farther distance than I was thinking. How are the boots doing? Oh, they're doing alright. 1.16.5 was not re-uploaded. 1.16 was, but we already went through that. 1.16.2... No, 1.16.5 release candidate was re-uploaded because it first said pre-release. But it wasn't a pre-release, it was a release candidate. So it was re-uploaded to change the text from pre-release to release candidate. It's kind of funny because between those two re-uploads, I done goofed because I went back and double checked and turns out I did in fact skip the two release candidates for 1.16.3, I think. So I had to go back and play those versions and then keep going along with as things are supposed to be. That's okay, we're back on schedule now, that's the important part. And we're kind of needing to go like 30 blocks forward. Because 126, that's right here. So then 32 is... Yeah, 232. Another 10 blocks. Alright, right here. Oops. Do I do anything with that? Nah, I don't think I will. I'll just start doing what I do. You know what I will do, though? I'll make it obvious that this is the portal. And I'll do it like that. There we go. We're also going to expand this to be 2 blocks wide because it would look terrible. 1, 2, 3, and then now let me just open this up a little bit more. That's the plan, to play as many non-corrupting versions as possible. Alright, so let me just verify. 126, 79, 7232. So if I light this up and go back through, I should be at the brand new portal I built in the overworld. Other than snapshots. What? What is this? What is this? Why am I over here? I still pop back out of the... Here, hold on. Odd numbers. I still pop back out over here, right? Am I at the portal I just constructed? Yes, alright, cool. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open this up real fast. This gets fixed to 1.18. That's so far away, though. Not really, but it feels like it. It's so long until I play that version. It's probably a better way to put it. I constructed the portal at the exact coordinates. And you're telling me it's just kidding. Why do you think 2 years away? Chances are it's longer than you think. I'm already trying to cook up the time frame within my brain. I'm not going on Mojang's schedule. I'm going on my own schedule. So I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be two years until 1.18. Because I've got a lot of other stuff planned before 1.18. Because I don't think 1.18 will feel old in 2 years. Hello. Ow. I was hoping you would stay in the water. I thought I was done mining for the day. I gotta get home. And of course this doesn't go anywhere. UMP might return within the next 4 years. You might see this world again. I'm just gonna have to staircase out of here. Probably. I did not see what this path led to. Another dead end. There's a river. This is a beach. Ocean. Why am I underneath the ocean? Anyways, I wrote this down correctly, right? Because 57856. Yeah, that's right over. No, that was this way. Oh, hold on. I see my problem. I went positive. I was supposed to be negative. Oops. That's... How do I only have 8 obsidian? Oh, that's right, because there's going to be for the thingy. Well, we're going to do an emergency I done goofed thing. So we're just going to pick this up real fast because I got my positive and negatives mixed up. Well, thank you, Portal. You've served me well. Now we're going to go do something else. Alright, so we got to go back to where we are properly supposed to be. And howdy, welcome back. I wrote down the negative, I just didn't think to copy it. Well, that's okay, because then that's only another 100 and something blocks this way. Or 250-ish. This means I might be right. We might be, in fact, right over the middle of this lava ocean. Let's put all this away real fast. Well, that's not useful. I'll drive... We're gonna go this way first. So much for trying to do a simple task. Oh, hold on, then that means that can be boop. Because I need to be... Alright, here, let me just grab this pearl. Unless... This might be less than 49 blocks. What does OBS say? 153. Alright, cool, I still have a little bit of time. Alright, so negative 126, that's what we're looking for. I don't want to keep bridging because I for sure don't have the blocks required for this. I guess I'm just gonna huzzah! Well, I bridged all that I could. Excuse me, buddy. Alright, so... Negative 126 is right here, and then 7232. It's like, well, right down here. This is not in a good area. I guess I'm just gonna make a platform right here then. Because this is right about where I need to be. Oh, I'm one cobblestone short. Oops. We're gonna use diorite. No one would know. One, two, three. Guess I'm using another rack up top. I don't know what it is you're talking about. Alright, boop. Alright, so now this one should be correct. Probably. There we go. This is the portal I was trying to be at. So this is the one I needed to be. Mix water in the broth. Okay. I think now that's all that taken care of. We try to start getting out of here. That's what the plan is. Alright, cool. So this one works as intended, and now I have a random portal in a random cave not too far from here. That's okay, I suppose. Except now I need to find the portal out of here. Oops. At least now I know it's just mostly this way. Good thing I left the bridges. And I can use one more pearl because I'm not currently seeing any other stuff. Use it for ramen so that way it's not just water. Alright, let's think. I see that one over there. I see that bridge, which means I'm indeed going in the correct direction. Oop, is this a safe way down? Nope, but we're taking it. Alright, so that's there. Hey, I see the portal. Cool, cool. So what we're gonna do is one last huzzah! There we go. Alright, I'll hold on to that. I guess the last thing we'll be doing is rowing all the way back. He won't come over here. He knows I'm surrounded by the dead ones. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? I'm not going that. We are walking out of here. I'll probably just place down the last of this. Or I guess I could just leave. I'll hold on to it. Alright, let's see how long it takes for us to go back. Since we have just a couple minutes. And then that will be all it for today. Because nothing else is currently planned. Thankfully I have all this wood so we can use it on the shelves. And then we go left, right? Alright, cool. Tomorrow will happen when tomorrow happens. Impatient young one, I say. And I probably should have timed how long it took to get here because I don't know exactly how long it'll take to get back. That's okay if we end up being slightly late. I want to end off at the warehouse. That's the game plan. I'll probably sort all the stuff off stream. Except I have a lot of other things to do. You'll find out what the plan is as soon as I still put the plan together. It's my fault for not doing any testing. That's okay, I've had other stuff happening. Or what are we at, 26? So I think that one might have been the one to the monolith. The thing with subscribing to enough YouTubers, what you would have to do is subscribe to people who upload at different times. Because if everyone uploads at the same time, you're just going to get all the notifications at once. Logically, you'd have to find people who upload at different times, or people without schedules, so that way you can use their randomness. I didn't realize I'm so low on bacon. Alright, let me just start turning right. Here it is. Boop. Alright, away we go. I say slightly late. So now if y'all have any final thoughts, start saying them now. Stream delay and all that. We're gonna end off in the warehouse. And figure out tomorrow when tomorrow arrives. Because I've got lots to do. Why then? Of course, I always... Oh wait, hold on, I have one more pearl to make this go faster. Hi-ya! That was a little bit of time saved. We're gonna end off on the diamond block that I unintentionally started using back in dev. Yes, this is indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.